And that was chapter 20, but the death of Miriam talks about this. The people of Israel, the whole congregation, came to the wilderness of Zin in the first month, and the people stayed in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. The waters of Meribah. Now there was no water for the congregation, and they assembled themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. People quarreled with Moses and said, Would that we had perished when our brothers perished for the Lord. Why have you brought the assembly of the Lord into the wilderness, that we should die here, both we and our cattle? And why have you made us come up out of Egypt to bring us to this evil place? It is no place for grain or figs or vines or pomegranates, and there is no water to drink. Then Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly to the entrance of the tent of meeting, and fell on their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take the staff, and assemble the congregation, you and Aaron your brother, and tell the rock before their eyes to yield its water. So you shall bring water out of the rock for them, and give drink to the congregation and their cattle. And Moses took the staff from before the Lord, and as he commanded him. Moses strikes the rock. And then Moses and Aaron gathered the assembly together before the rock, and he said to them, Hear now, you rebels, shall we bring water for you out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand and struck the rock with his staff twice, and the water came out abundantly. The congregation drank, and their livestock. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Because you did not believe in me, to uphold me as holy in the eyes of the people of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this assembly to the land that I have given them. These are the waters of Meribah, where the people of Israel quarreled, or basically fought, with the Lord, and through them he showed himself holy. Edom refutes this passage. Edom, of course, represents Jordan today. It says, Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom, or Jordan, basically. Thus says your brothers, Israel. You shall also, it says, you know all the hardship that we have met. Our fathers went down to Egypt, and we lived in Egypt for a long time. That the Egyptians dealt harshly with us and our fathers, and when we cried to the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel and brought us out of Egypt. And here we are in Kadesh, a city on the edge of your territory. Please let us pass through your land. We will not pass through field or vineyard, or drink water from a well. We will go along the king's highway. We will not turn aside to the right hand or to the left until we have passed through your territory. But Edom said to him, You shall not pass through, lest I come out with the sword against you. And the people of Israel said to him, We will go up by the highway, and if we drink of your water, I and my livestock, then I will pay for it. Let me only pass through on foot, nothing more. But he said, You shall not pass through. And Edom came out against them with a large army and with a strong force. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his territory, so Israel turned away from him. The death of Aaron. And they journeyed from Kadesh, and the people of Israel and the whole congregation came to Mount Hor. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron at Mount Hor, on the borderland of Egypt, or basically on the Israel-Jordan border. Let Aaron be gathered to his people, for he shall not enter the land that I have given to the people of Israel, because you rebelled against my command at the waters of Meribah. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up to Mount Hor, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them on Eleazar his son, and Aaron shall be gathered to his people, and shall die there. Moses did as the Lord commanded, and they went up to Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garments, and put them on Eleazar his son, and Aaron died there on the top of the mountain. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain, and when all the congregation saw that Aaron had perished, all the house of Israel wept for Aaron 30 days. Now, they got a map here. It says the journey to Canaan, which is Israel today. It is difficult to know for certain the exact route the Israelites took from Kadesh Barnea, which is southern Israel today, to the plains of Moab, which is Jordan. But it is possible that they followed a course shown here, going around the lands of Edom and Moab, which is Jordan, along a desert route after they were refused passage through them. And here on this map, you have the Mediterranean Sea, of course, the Dead Sea. You have Canaan, which is Israel today. You have Ammon, Moab, and Edom, which represents Jordan today. And you have the possible route. It says possible route of the Israelites' journey to Abel Shittim. And they pretty much started at the Israel, or southern, well, pretty much Israel-Egypt border. They went through Mount Hor, went across the wilderness of Zin, over to where Jordan's at now, and then they went down to the Red Sea, and they crossed back over into Jordan, went all the way up to where the Dead Sea is at now. And this is the map of it. So you can see that. If you see that brown line right there, that's their journey they took. And you see Canaan, which is Israel. You see, let's see there. You see Ammon, which is Jordan today. Moab, which is Jordan. Edom, which is Jordan. So that's the route they took to get to Jordan. So that's basically chapter 20. Talks about that. Talks about the death of Miriam, the waters of Meribah. Moses strikes the rock. Edom refuses passage, and then Aaron dies. So that's that. Anyway, that's chapter 20. I'll be right back with chapter 21 in a minute.